saying too much about melee.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm recording now. I think. Can you try talking?
Hello, my
Okay,
name is Avery.
cool.
Nice.
Um, we should be good then. Let me full screen this.
Awesome.
Oh, be careful. I think
Yeah,
doing laser tilt is just always much riskier than Falco's realize.
I agree. I
There's
end up doing some like laser forward tilts or like laser forward tilts that I actually think were like not great either later on in the
Yeah,
set.
it's actually. Also, nobody does this yet, but if Peach is good at double jumping, landing out of shield, forward tilt is even worse.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I actually think double jump land is amazing versus Falco with Peach.
Hmm.
Because when Falco tries to. So essentially, there's the spacing. Sorry, I know this is a tangent, but I just think you'll find it
No,
interesting.
I like it.
Um,
Yeah.
so there's the spacing where Falco spaces either late bear or AC bear. If Peach moves forward out of shield, she'll get hit, but if she stays in shield, she can't do anything, and she can't really jump. But
Mm-hmm.
if she double jump lands out of shield, she can dash attack everything Falco does at that range.
Hmm. Yeah.
So every time I fight a Falco who kind of knows how to fight Peach, the first thing that happens when they corner me is they just get dash attacked like 4 or 5 times until they figure out they have to play even further away. But once they
Mm-hmm.
play further away, getting out of the corner is like really easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think forward tilt and down tilt suffer from similar problems where like if she's just like ready to do it every time it happens, it's like pretty scary for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Um,
agree. I think maybe being like more proactive with like more meaningful mix-ups like grab or like late aerial or something
yeah,
could
I
be
agree. Or
still
just do
very effective.
nothing.
Yeah, or do nothing, or
Yeah.
even laser.
I
Like,
mean, yeah. It's just like playing Samus, right? It's like if Samus forward tilts your shield, she doesn't get anything off of that.
right.
Samus is way scarier if she looks like she's gonna F tilt and then waits and then tries to play some mix up after.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think downer is better than back air there. By the way, I could be wrong, but I
I'm
think
just
on like
looking.
Marth and Sheik, back air is better, which is what we've talked about. But on Peach, the downer is probably better.
It's so interesting. There's actually another time that like scenario comes up later, and I think it's on FD actually
Oh,
instead,
okay.
and I down air him, but
I
it's
think
like
if
I
he's
couldn't have
lower
down aired him on field
percent,
platform.
back air is actually much better because like he stays closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Mm-hmm.
he was like here instead of up here and he was at like 40, back air is like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But since
Man.
he gets up here, I think you just don't get anything anymore.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Since Peach goes higher from the back airs, that also is a part of it.
Mm-hmm. I thought I did such an interesting mix up there, where I wave landed on the side
Yeah,
platform
and he
instead of
nared you.
landed.
Do you mean the part where you got nared right after?
Yeah, well, I thought I did the interesting mix-up was like me going to top platform and then jumping down as if I was gonna fast fall aerial
Mm-hmm.
or like laser or something, and then I like moved to side platform right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I agree.
Like just full hop nairs anyway,
Yeah,
and it
so
hits
that's
them.
the thing. I was gonna say this. I think Peach players like are generally looking to get the reversal out of the corner situation,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the full jump nair makes sense from Laud there because he's just looking to snipe you just doing anything in that area. I do think he like reacted probably hella slow, which is why it worked.
Yeah,
But also it's net play, so that kind of makes sense, right?
sure. Yep.
Yeah. So like what I would do there is after that wave land, you should just hold shield.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if he doesn't nair, I think your post waveland mix-ups are actually almost just as good from the shield situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because
I
what did you try
agree.
to do? You tried to do runoff bear, but you can just shield and then shield drop bear or short hop bear, and it's almost the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But it's like you're still doing the same mix-up. I think essentially, it's just like a safer version of it.
Yeah, I didn't even think about like post once I do this, what would happen. I thought, aha, I'm gonna super outsmart him.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
we had played in winners too, and I'd never done that mix up, so I was like, "There's no
Super
way he'll be
outsmarting Peach
expecting."
players is never good value. Like just
True.
I'm like not even hating it. It's just like the way they view the game, it's like bad risk reward for you to like try to go too many levels.
Yeah, I agree. Which was like a problem that we ran into when we analyzed me versus Triff too.
Yeah, yeah, it's just
It's like,
not
yeah,
worth, right? I think Armada is like the only Peach it's worth against.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
But that's because Armada like respects situations to a fault. Like he just like Like if you've ever seen like Mango's Fox shield pressure Armada, he just like Armada holds shield while Mango does like 7 shine aerials, and it's like, you know, Peach can like act at any point there, right? Yeah. So I don't know.
I thought I played the stock particularly well.
Yeah, this was really good. I think you messed up the back air, so you didn't get the downer.
Is that what happened?
Well,
I didn't do it
mess
like
up, but you could have done the back air in a smarter way.
Yeah, like later. So I was descending.
Even just like the tiniest bit later. And it's not even for the delay; it's to give yourself the time to drift. I think.
Okay.
Because you need to be a little closer.
That makes sense. That's kind of the back air that you were talking about with having it closer. And
yes. And then you see it ends up in like a much better situation. Nice lasers.
Okay, how do you feel about this, by the way? So if you could go back to that edge guard.
Sure.
So I like to shoot lasers.
No, I like the lasers.
Peach.
I've never actually seen anyone do that, and I think it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking about it the whole time.
Okay, I just think it's pretty good and pretty effective.
No, I agree. The only thing I think is sometimes if you can get her to be horizontally close to the stage, but still within your full jump, instead of lasering, you should just full jump out there.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. That was the only thing. Also, on the air, you want to be really good at air dodge baits versus Peach, and I think that's something that most people are very bad at, I've realized. And I've played against a Peach who air dodges a ton. And like this is a good example of like, if after that laser, you could have just stood still and then just F-smashed her to the left.
Yeah, true.
Because like, if you're gonna laser, the back air is not useful anymore. I don't know if that makes sense. But like, if you've just been back airing, that's one thing. But you even shot the extra laser.
Yeah, true.
But so let's say he hadn't air dodged. What would laser back air have done?
I think I was hoping to maybe catch him if he wanted to drift just to ledge, because he didn't have float or jump anymore. So I was like, well, you either up B's and like he's close to the stage, so I probably just hit him, or he falls to the ledge.
Yeah, so if he falls to the edge, though, I don't think you want to back air. You would want to like walk up and F tilt or down tilt or grab the edge or run off double jump down air or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So I think like there was something, you were halfway between like deciding to back air versus trying to hit him, and I don't think it like did much for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. So here's the thing. I feel like I played the stock pretty decent for the most part.
Really well.
Yeah, I like he's just on the edge the entire time. I did go for this, and it doesn't pan out.
Yeah, it was you were trying to be tricky versus Peach.
Yes, it did look kind of tricky.
Yeah, so the thing is, if he does this, you could have ledge cancel double jump bared him. And if he comes down, your bear would have worked, but that's not worth it versus... well, a couple things. One, I just think it's not worth it because you're at 2%.
Yeah.
But second, from playing Glod myself, his recovery strategy is essentially he sits directly in your range to hit him and just hopes that you don't hit him, and then he'll be able to counter everything else. So once I realized this when I was playing him with Fox, what I started doing is just like, I would stand there, and then he would just float directly in front of me, and I would just dash full jump shine him, and he would just die every time. So see, look where he floats right there. Like, he's literally not trying to avoid your stuff. He's just trying to counter you.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I think that is a very useful thing to remember for Slot specifically.
Yeah, I definitely will.
You tried to fish for kill there, was the problem.
I did.
Like, that laser shield is literally only good for getting the kill.
Yes. I literally was hoping he would dash attack. Then he did kind of a high-ish nair.
And you were like, maybe it'll work.
Yeah, maybe it'll work.
Yeah, but it's just like, you're not playing for kill. Just never play for the kill versus Peach.
Yeah. It can just be so annoying, especially on Dreamland. So here, I thought I played stuff decently as well.
I was going to say real quick, it's annoying on Dreamland, but if you're willing to strike to Dreamland, then I think you don't get to say that.
Yeah, you're right.
Because like I think it's annoying on Dreamland, and then I don't strike to Dreamland because I'm like, fuck this. So I definitely feel you. It is annoying. I also thought you played the stock well. I was gonna say maybe one thing is you can occasionally be more aggressive threatening that.
Yeah, Mango does that a lot.
Yeah, you can down air her here and she dies. I'm not saying you should, but just like I think thinking about it sometimes is good.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
Also, you should be really clean on punishing the neutral get up, I think.
Yeah.
You tried to downer it, but I don't know. I feel like you were too scared of like something bad happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you watch Leffen when he fights Peach on the ledge, he just like walks up point blank and does it. And like sure he could get up attacked, but like if his plan is to punish neutral get up, he like follows through and kills her usually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't be caught in like the in-between world of
Yeah.
like
Do one or
trying
the
to.
other, or like if you have an option coverage that actually works, then just do the full option coverage, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But don't do like half an option coverage and then not cover anything and then because it's actually
yeah,
really easy to hit her for it, I think, if you know down or
yeah. I agree.
Yep. Oh, that's
Oh
nice.
God.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I messed up like dashing and
oh
then
no.
I know. My brain, I
Yeah.
don't know what
I thought
happened.
you were gonna laser there too, is the funny thing. So that's the second time, but when she's floating there, just never put yourself under her fair.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's just like the worst possible place you could be.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
the other thing about that is you want to think about when Peach is floating, none of her other moves do anything. Like literally.
Yeah, that's a good point. They just wouldn't knock me down, right?
Yeah,
Like
they
Nair
just don't
Bear.
knock you down, or they're crouch cancelable, or they trade poorly. Like fair is the only move Peach wants to hit you with in that situation. She can try
Mm-hmm.
other stuff, and it can kind of work sometimes, but like that's like what she wants.
Yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, up B, yeah. I think you can ASDI down tech that, but nobody ever does because they're not expecting the up B.
Mm,
But I
that's
also up B there as Peach, so it made sense to me.
interesting. Yeah, it actually looks like I should have been able to predict that happening when I
It's
look at the
pretty
situation.
reasonable in retrospect, but
Yeah,
um,
I thought my whole handling of the corner situation here was pretty bad.
wait, let's look at the edge one first. Right here. I think if you like you don't need to be scared there. So like the F tilt is like the safe way of playing that.
Yeah.
But I think there's just nothing Peach could do here. So like you can just walk up all the way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cuz like I get why you did what you did and I've done the same thing many times, but I
Mm-hmm.
think like the more I've been watching Melee lately and playing it, the more I'm remembering that like a lot of the times in these floating matchups where you want to be safe, there's a lot of spots where they actually have no threat to you at all, and you don't want to overlap that with all the times where you need to be safe, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Definitely.
I think again, Leffen, this is one reason he does really well versus floaties, is because like he disrespects situations like sometimes to a fault, but overall he's very good at realizing like, hey, why would I not just walk all the way up to Peach here? You know, there's no
Mm-hmm.
downside, and I might be able to kill her, right?
Yeah.
Same thing on juggles. Like when I juggle Peach with Fox, I'll often get like a back air because dash full jump under her back air is uncounterable by Peach, and
Mm-hmm.
that's true. But sometimes she has no jump and is directly above me, and I can up air her 3 times, and I just don't go
Mm-hmm.
for it.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that kind of make sense?
Definitely. Definitely.
Cool. Distinguishing those is just hard, but beneficial. And then on the
Mm-hmm.
tournament winner, you had the double jump there if you went for it.
Yeah. And then I didn't commit to it, but then I was like, well, I'll full hop there because I mean, she tournament winnered, so maybe.
Yeah, yeah, but
That
you
was
definitely had
too
it
late.
before that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you had CC down tilt, by the way, instead of shine. Although the shine is the safe option, so I don't blame you.
Right.
You did have a
Yeah.
pretty good down tilt there. That's scary. Worked out. He can definitely just grab you though, so just always be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Nice. Nice.
See, I thought that edge guard was really good.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
I
jumped
like it
up and then I shot lasers. I don't know. I just thought that
No,
was
I like it.
nice.
I think it's a cool edge guarding strategy. Tried to back air her when she was above you, by the way, and you should have just up aired. Up air is actually really good versus Peach, I think.
I seem to remember I think I ended up watching that video that you sent me of you analyzing PP versus Armada,
Uh-huh.
and he did an up air against Peach at low percent. You're like, yeah, up air is really good
Oh,
against
that's
Peach.
so funny. Oh, that sucks. I feel like you had the right idea here.
Yeah, I agree.
What went what exactly do you wish you had done?
It's hard to tell, right? I don't know.
Yeah, so
Uh,
let's figure that out.
I was thinking maybe up tilt, but like, did I have the time to up tilt? Maybe I should have just shielded.
I think shield is the safer one. I think you had a
Right.
very early fair is the problem. But you had to early fair to make sure you didn't get hit, I think.
Yeah. Wait, he didn't have his float too, so like shielding is even better here.
Yeah, I think shielding is pretty good.
Because like no float, no double jump, he has to fall.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I feel like that could have been really good.
No, I agree. Shielding's like the basic good option.
Mm-hmm.
And you at least get a shield grab there. Oh, that was
Oh,
smash.
yeah,
And
that
then
was the
missed
brain
combo
off
too.
moment.
Downer, downer, laser.
I didn't know. Okay, do you think I could have followed up that second down air any better? It's like I jumped off hoping maybe I could get something, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll just laser.
No, I think laser's all you really get.
Okay.
I don't know, it's weird because sometimes there's the situation where, like, even though you don't get a combo, there's nothing they can do if you go super deep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Were you the one that actually did that? You did it to Gatsu, yeah. Remember that one we talked about on Battlefield where, like, you didn't go for the true combo, but it was like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
could he possibly do about it?
Uh-huh.
I don't think this was the spot, but I think there are spots like that that you should keep looking for.
Yeah.
Because you doing that
makes
versus
sense.
Gatsu was one of the few times I've seen anyone actually do it, and I think it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And if Peach was like a tiny bit lower there, it would have been like the same thing.
That's what I was gonna say. If she was lower, I feel like that's like maybe the time. Yeah.
Yes. Lower, and like you need to go all the way above her, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think up throw is pretty good on Peach, by the way.
Yeah, I never know, but especially on FD, right?
Yeah, well, even then, so like I think sharking her is easier on FD for obvious reasons, but I think Peach is one of the worst characters on the platform. So like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm down to have Peach on the platform, you know?
Yeah, I guess the trap I run into is that like I'll up throw on platform stages, and then as she's like falling, I'll try to like jump up and hit her, but she's like made it to the platform or something. Then I'm like above her falling
Yeah,
down.
yeah, but that's where you just stay under her.
Yeah, yeah. I need to up throw and just like shark more.
Yeah, but also I think Peach has more trouble getting out of the up throw than some other characters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I think Peach and Marth both are the probably two characters that I think are easiest to grab and also struggle the most versus the throw.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Fox gets out for free pretty much, but like
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
because he falls so fast. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Puff, it's kind of like she either gets out or she doesn't. Because if she does get out, there's no sharking her really, and if she doesn't get out, you just get the combo. But Peach and Marth are kind of a middle ground where you can like not get the combo but still be in a really good spot.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
Then this is one of the spots where she's so low that if you just jump off stage, you would have down aired her right there.
Mm.
So again, if she's low and horizontally close, and doesn't have a jump or whatever, like that's where. So she doesn't have a jump or a float right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So you just dash full jump out and you get a down air on that up B.
That's really interesting.
Laud
'Cause-
could up B low, but Peach players are generally really scared to up B low.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And also, you might be able to beat her back to the edge if you fast fall side B.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you dash full jump and he falls low, you fast fall side B and you might meteor him.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, Mango's really, really good at going for those.
There's that back air again.
Yep.
That like censored too far.
Yeah, on FD it kind of makes sense because there's no platform to down air her into.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could have gone for like a bigger combo extension because like I think you had like you could have gotten tricky with a forward air or like you could have done a cross up like weak back air So like you could have gone under her and done short hop weak back air and kept her like low to the ground, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. In general, you want to keep her lower for sure. Okay. I think the last laser wasn't necessary. It's really hard to tell, but
yeah, let me see.
Look at the situation again.
Forward tilt.
So
oh
you
yeah,
could have
he
seen
had no
that
jump
he floated.
Yeah, so like what's the point? Yeah.
And that's where like the difference between like playing it safe versus Peach and not, because you're like, oh, what's one more laser? But like if you stopped right there, you probably could have killed her straight up.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Dang.
This is another spot where I might have jumped out, by the way. Like, Laud's doing, like, the super obvious up Bs, I feel like. So just watch it from Peach's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, he just up Bs as soon as he's at a hit stun, right? Because if the lower he goes, the easier he is to back air or down air.
Right.
So I see this, and I'm like, oh, just dash,
jump
down.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Also, I think down tilt would have killed instead of jab.
Yeah, the spacing was kind of weird, though.
Yeah,
but,
it was.
Yes.
But you did have the spacing.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if I would have.
Fair.
What's up?
What's up?
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
Oh, no, I just understand. I'm just saying, like, you actually did have it, though.
Yeah, perfect.
So I would trust yourself.
Here is some of the laser forward tilts I thought were bad.
Kind of feel like the first one was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't amazing. It was just kind of like, it was guaranteed, but got you nothing. Which is not bad. I feel like the second one is the main problem.
Yeah, I feel like I could have done like laser grab here or something.
Yeah,
could have been really good.
Or just laser, dash dance. Like, you don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, I agree. And like, what's the forward tilt gonna yield me?
Yeah, I think you should be pretty down to do nothing versus Peach in that situation. Just remember, like, the onus is on him to hit you, not the other way around. Oh, that's another one.
I know.
Oh, that was down air too, after the back air.
What's up?
Oh, after the short hop back air, you got dash full jump down air if you wanted.
Yeah, I gotta recognize that more, huh?
Yep, that was it.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah. I think on net play, it's way harder to react to the DIs to know what works and what doesn't. But also, like, that one was, like, pretty free, I think.
Like, looking at it now, it's like, yeah, why wouldn't I, essentially?
Yep. Also, you were under her fair again.
True.
If you had done early back air, it might have been okay there. Oh, that's risky.
It was. I don't know.
So I think Peach in the corner is something you need to think about a lot, just like when fighting Peach in general. And that's why I was saying the onus is on him to hit you. So like, I think if you up tilt when she's in an actionable state, it is one of the only ways she can have a guaranteed hit on you if she calls it out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
It's just like, think of your set of options that she can actually just straight punish, and this is one of the only ones.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good crouch cancel after the back air up tilt. I think the nair is actually really bad. I think most Falcos, like even top Falcos, would nair there, but I think Peach gets to do the thing where she DIs into the ground and down smashes you there.
Yeah, it was really close to that happening.
Yeah, I think if Laud played it better, he actually air dodged so far away from you that it couldn't have happened.
Right.
But if he had just like held down and smashed you out into the ground, he would have gotten it. I think in general you could probably just keep doing this, and most Peaches will. It's the Mango thing where like any Peach that can do that probably can't beat him, so it doesn't really matter.
True.
And then like the Peaches that can't do it, he just like gets free kills on and like 3-stops them. But I don't know. I just wanted to point it out so you can think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that down tilt's bad for similar reasons to all the other corner situations, which is you're trying to convert all the corner situations very directly. So you get this jab, and like to me that's a free run up grab.
Yeah.
which is less reward, but like more guaranteed, right?
Sure. It could like potentially lead to a larger reward.
Yeah, and forward throw at 40 is like pretty
It's
juicy, right?
broken.
And
It'd be
honestly,
really good.
even if you had just like dashed back, and not even laser, just dash back and sit in center, you're like Peach has to work so hard to outplay you from here. So I'm gonna try to pause it right here. So let's say you're about dashing back, and you get to about here, and she would have been, you know, where was she? She was like back here, right? So you would have been around here. She would have been around here, completely neutral, and she has to work her way out of the corner from there. I think like, you know, 7 times out of 10, you destroy Laud there.
Yeah, I agree.
Just based on watching this. And 3 times out of 10, you know, he maybe gets out or somehow hits you or something. But like that situation's so good for you.
Yeah, I agree. Huh. It's interesting.
Of course, you could also just play an aggressive mix-up, and you have a lot of them. But I think on FD, that's the volatile strategy. Like, you're either going to go up 3-1, or you're going to be 2-2 at the end of that. And I don't think you need to do that. But, like, for you know, if you had just down-aired in right here, it would have caught him, and you might have double down-aired him, right?
Right.
And honestly, that's probably not even a bad idea. I think the aggressive mix-ups are decent, but just... I want to
keeping in mind.
Yeah, I just want you to realize how safe you can be sometimes, where it's like it's not even zoning her. It's just I'm gonna reset and you're gonna have to deal with me. Oh, that laser F tilt. Yeah, I think
it was just baked into my head because it worked really well for a stock, and I was like, oh yeah, laser 4 tilt.
Yeah,
forgot
it
about
was
that
really
for a
good the
sec.
one time it worked.
Yeah.
I think it all just comes back to like making people earn things, you know. And I don't feel like you've made him earn enough.
That's true.
And when you're thinking about like how do I beat those like top players of each character, like I think that's like a big difference. Like because you know if you're trying to beat HBox, you know that like look how Zane started beating him, right? He just made sure that every time HBox killed him, it's because he actually worked really hard for it, and that's literally the difference between him and like everyone else. Where like Pew Pew does an amazing job versus HBox, but then gives him one free stock, you know?
Yeah.
And you know Zane doesn't, and like that's a huge difference.
Definitely.
Also, this is the corner situation again. You get forward aired again.
I could have even just drifted it out if I was thinking like kind of how you were. It's like, oh, well, he's gonna position to like.
Yeah. That's the thing. You could just hit him for free there, which is
like,
part of why it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I think you should do that once in a while versus Laud just to get the free kills. But
yeah,
in general, just again let him land, play it conservative, and like make him work for it.
Oh my god.
And you went for the big play. That's the
yeah.
stuff.
It didn't even seem like the big play in the moment.
It always is. That's the thing with Mango's style. Like people don't realize that every single time Mango goes for one of those reads, he could like die. But like everyone's just so scared, and Laud just was like, "Hey, what if I just float canceled Nerd, or just even short hop Nerd?" You know?
If I get that laser though.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But like again, in my opinion, once you got to this point, like you can just keep doing that. Like I would have even Shine Bared here, or Shine, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. Right. Like Shine Rising Bear and Drift Away, or like I would even do like Shine Wave Dash Away or double Shine, or just like anything that won't get you hit, you know?
That was my first thought was Shine Wave Dash Away. Because I'm like, well, what is he going to do? His back is turned. He has to fight out of the corner. Like,
yeah,
he has no
and like
shield.
she has, very importantly, she has no shield. So I think even if you don't get the hit now, whatever next interaction happens significantly favors you. And I think that's a good way to think about it.
Definitely.
But I feel like when Mango loses, for what it's worth, it's always because of shit like this. Like when I beat Mango the first time I beat him, when Mewtwo King beats Mango, when like lots of people have beaten Mango historically, he tries to go for one of those things, and Mewtwo King's like, oh, what if I just dash attacked you here, and then he gets 0 to death.
Yeah.
And I think FD is obviously also very different risk reward than a lot of other stages.
That's true.
You know, if that was Dreamland or something, I wouldn't have even been worried about you doing that. Or so you got him.
Yeah, nice.
He could have teched that downer, but I think you could have just done dare down smash and it might have killed him also.
I'm so hesitant to do dare down smash all the time. I play a lot. I play against a bunch of like lower and mid level Falcos, and they just spam it, and like sometimes it kills me. I'm like, God dang it, dude.
It's a weird option, but I think there's some spots where it's like extremely strong for sure.
What if he did tech in there though, and I do the dare down smash?
I don't know. We can watch it and see.
Yeah, because then I'm in the corner at like 130.
Yeah,
I just feel weird about it.
I mean, you could dare down tilt if you want to be safer.
It's true.
It should recover a little faster, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You could also just, if you really want to, you could just dare crouch there and get a reaction tech chase.
True.
And that would be the safest version, right? Because if he rolls in when you do dare crouch, I think you get the F smash. But if he does anything else, you can reaction down tilt. So maybe that's like a happy medium.
I'm sure there are spots though, like where it wouldn't leave me at 130 in the corner on FD or something, where like dare down smash is probably very valuable.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I think dare crouch there would have been the play.
Like that invincibility situation is so silly. I was like, I'm at 130, I don't know what to do. I was even saying it like on my stream. I was like, I'm just gonna try to jump to the ledge, and I'm dead.
Yeah. Honestly, you should have just like grabbed the ledge and ledge dashed if you were that uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I do think Peach struggles with like all the full jump, double jump, side B, waveland, like all that stuff though.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, she could kill you, but she could also not, you know? Also, I kind of think it's important to remember, so like with all the vertical stuff, and also like if you're like buffer rolling and stuff, Peach does have a chance to call you out, but if she doesn't call you out, the one chance she gets literally nothing. So sometimes, like, even imagine like run up shield and then buffer roll backwards. If she plays conservative and waits for you to roll in, you're literally out.
Yeah.
Or if she plays conservative and waits for a full hop, then you're completely out, you know? So don't forget that, like, a lot of those things for you, even if they feel risky, she only gets one chance to read it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, this last laser was bad, but every other laser was really good. So look at this.
Yeah.
And I also don't think you needed to back up, because you actually had the right spacing. So look at this. I actually think these lasers in place. This one, so really he wave dash back, which is all the more reason you don't need to wave dash back.
Yeah. I agree.
Although again, I don't know the nature of the connection, how you felt, but like right here, I'm already like not wave dashing back like ever. There.
Yeah, and her shield's boned too, so it's like, well,
it's like literally perfect for you. And I definitely wouldn't laser here. This is where you look to like get a wave dash under up tilt or short hop up air and just kill her probably.
Yeah, that laser was super.
I like short hop up air more slightly, but
yeah, it seems to work more consistently for me. I also do the short hop up air. I like it a lot. I haven't done it at all here, but I mean, he hasn't really. That's the thing about, like, if I played Armada, I feel like I'd have a lot more situations to go for that short hop up air. But I feel like Laud doesn't really operate in this matchup a lot of the times like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's because every Peach is terrible at this matchup.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yeah, Armada is the only one that consistently sets up good floats. So, like...
Yeah.
I think Fair was actually worse than Nair there. Slightly too low percent for you to want to be firing. You want the hit stun, I think.
Yeah. I think my brain was like, he's a little high, and I'm not sure if Nair's like gonna work.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think Nair is pretty good there, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. Looking at it, it's like, yeah, probably Nair. I thought the laser was gonna hit him, so I went for the fair.
Okay, nice, yeah. Yep. He could have gone on stage there, right?
Goodness gracious, I think so.
I want to watch it again. Yeah, I think he could have.
Oh, he like drifted back for a sec, yeah.
Yeah, but then once he drifted back, let me look at this again. Yeah, I think you were pretty safe at least. Yeah, so I think you were safe no matter what happened. As long as you played well on the ledge after.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What was I
Since
gonna
its
say?
last
Oh yeah, that
stock,
I was gonna say that down smash works even better if they're at lower percent because it doesn't send them as high.
I agree. Since its last stock, I might not have done this, but just in general, if you're really far off stage shine stalling, I think you down air her no matter what she does here.
Yeah. I actually do that sometimes as well, as long as she's low enough, right? Where
Yep.
like your
As long
downer
as
just
she's low
covers.
enough, you can get her no matter what.
Yeah, it'll just cover her no matter
And
what. Yeah.
especially if you're willing to dive for it, like there's just absolutely no way she ever avoids it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sick. Oh, cool. Let's keep watching, but let's stop for a second to see what do you think?
Um, Goodness. I think that there are certain things I could have done quite a bit better. I think I got pretty lazy with my corner pressure. A lot of times I'm just like, well, Peach fucking sucks in the corner, so I could just do whatever I want. Haha. But
Yep.
like in reality, I should have a more pointed game plan where it's like,
It's the
well,
opposite, right? Where it's like she sucks because there are specific things you can do that prevent her from being good, not because you can do whatever you want.
yes, agreed.
Yeah, and I think that's incidentally why people are very bad at fighting low tier characters often, because they're like, oh, this character's bad, and it's like, yeah, but they're bad because like Game and Watch is bad because I can only shield and crouch for the entire game and he has no option. He's not bad because I could just nair at him and he can't do anything about it.
Right. Yes.
Like that's just an easy example.
Yes, exactly. So I feel like sometimes, and this happens with, I treat people that I'm better than that way sometimes. Like we even talked about that against Bobby, where I'm like, yeah, I kind of just have him figured out, but I stopped paying attention to what I could do that would beat all the things that he would do, and instead I'm just like, well, I have him figured out, so I'll probably win. Um, but like that, it doesn't operate that way. And I feel like sometimes I treat characters in bad situations the same way,
Mm-hmm.
just because I can recognize the bad situation so quickly, but I'm not necessarily immediately prepared to like use the good option that I have or the set of good options. Like when I did that up tilt against Peach in the corner, it's like, well, what am I doing?
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, not worth it at all.
And
So
like,
there's situations like that.
I was gonna say, I think the worst thing you can do is stuff like the F tilts and down tilts, where it's like, oh, it feels safe, but like, it just never hits them.
Mm-hmm,
If you want to be safe, you should just actually be safe. And if you
Yeah.
want to hit them, you should actually try to hit them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the middle ground is like always a net loss for floaties because it's like the one time they hit you, you will get fucked, and then all the other times you will not hit them.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, it's like I love
Yeah.
when I'm Sheik and I get laser F tilted 5 different times, and then one time I grab them. That's like sick. This is everything I wanted.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I do need to be a little bit more either proactive about it or more passive instead of playing the middle ground.
Yeah, like that one spot where you did the double jab down tilt. If you did double jab dash forward down air, probably would have died. If you did double jab dash back to center, he probably would have died just a little bit later. You know.
Yeah. I agree. So there's things like that that popped up quite a bit. I don't know if you feel this way necessarily, but kind of watching it back, I feel like my general game plan of like, okay, so first of all, before I say that, I feel like I set myself up in good ways a lot of the time.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
definitely.
oh, here's the Peach on the ground in laser stun in the corner, like, great, I've done it. But then sometimes from there, it's kind of like I just don't do that well.
Yeah, I think you had a surprisingly easy time getting him into bad spots.
I agree.
But then, like, you definitely didn't have the plan.
Yeah, that's something I talked about it after I just to my stream. I was like, yeah, Laud is like really good and he hits really hard, but like I actually don't think he's very good at this matchup. Like he makes it way too easy for me. And people are like, what do you mean? He's so good. And I'm like, I know he's good, but like it shouldn't be this easy.
No, it should be. It should feel really good when you get that spot. Not like, oh, I'm in this spot the whole game.
Yep. And it was just like that, right? I mean, he played, I would say, like 70% plus out of the corner, like the whole time.
At least, like, all his meaningful hits were from there.
Yep, I agree.
That's why I hate fighting Peach in tournament, because I'm just like, wow, imagine if they ever hit me when they weren't in the corner. And instead, I'm just, like, tilted, and then I just jump off the stage.
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm happy that I could recognize the situations and also set it up for myself. Not that he'd made it incredibly difficult, but like he is one of the top peaches in the world, and he does, I guess, make it slightly harder than probably most peaches do, which
Yep.
is kind of silly. Um, but I feel good about a lot of the things. I feel like my edge guarding has improved a lot. I feel like since our last lesson, when you talked about like paying attention to resources, having double jumps and floats, and like what to do about that, and just sometimes waiting for Peach to just like land or get low enough for you to threaten her, I feel like I did that pretty effectively a lot of the time. Um, I don't know. I thought most of my combo choices were pretty good too.
Yeah, I agree. I thought overall it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing I think is definitely just the figure out how to play safer or figure out how to play better mix-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Both ideally, but
yeah, I definitely agree. Okay, I actually have a thing to do at 3, if that's okay.
oh yeah, my bad for starting so late then.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, if you have a thing at 3, that's understandable. Well, if you want to talk more about it, since we didn't get the full time, I'm down. Just let me know. If you have any further thoughts, I will be happy to help.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I already appreciate everything that we've talked about, and I think we got through a good amount of it, so I feel good about it.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, do your thing. Be safe, of course.
I will do my best. You as well.
Yeah, thanks, Avery. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Sammy.